Oi. Yeah, I've got the craziest build ever. New build, new non-meta build, meta-defining, meta-shattering build, amazing build, the best build you've ever seen. What I'm gonna do to try to make this fast-ish is I'm just gonna give a brief overview of the stuff, and then I'm gonna go right into fighting. All right. So the theme is it's like a gladiator guy or something. I got this thing to drop. It was like one of 5 uniques I got, and so I was like, oh wow, I can't let that go to waste. You know, one of 5 uniques that I've gotten to drop at like level 80 something. You know, I made a build out of this. So basically, here's what Steel Grasp, which is the core, like the center of the build. Here's what Steel Grasp looks like on its own, and then when you use that. Ooh, you know, it's just a little bit bigger, and it's really nice. Low rolled the Steel Grasp ranks, really unfortunate. Pretty good roll on the slowed damage, vulnerable, yeah, pretty low. What did I say? A good roll on the slow, low roll on the vulnerable, and then good roll on the berserking, right? And then it's kind of like perfect stats. It's just like, oh wow, berserking, vulnerable, slowed. It's like, okay, you can work with that. So I've created a build where basically you pull them in with this Steel Grasp, you beat the shit out of them with a Death Blow and Hammer of the Ancients, and it's really good. I'll look at like some of the, I guess the talent tree first. I'll just go through the talent tree and then you'll get an idea of what's going on, and then I'll look at some of the key legendary affixes, and then I'll talk about a unique that I'm not currently using. So I've got Bash here, it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever. I just have Bash because it has like a little bit more Fortify, and then this what do you call it? Like the critting 4 times will let me overpower. It's just like, okay, sure, sometimes I get an overpower. And then you come in here, Hammer of the Ancients, and then you're picking the thing right here where you're dealing additional damage per fury or whatever. Down here, because of the way this is working with this, like the amount of abilities I have, the amount of points I have to work with, it's like I needed damage mitigation from Challenging Shout, but I also needed Unstoppable from Rallying Cry, but with this build I couldn't have both, so I found a way around that, and I got Iron Skin, which is giving me the mitigation, and it's got the healing there, which is really nice. And then I'm actually using this legendary affix right here. Iron Skin grants Unstoppable, so now I have the Unstoppable too, and it has the damage reduction too. I have a better damage reduction thing, like right here. I'm just waiting until I get like a better chest piece, maybe. Like something higher item level. So that's really good. It feels great to use this. It gives me everything like Barrier, Unstoppable, Healing, damage reduction, I guess. Not much, you know, if I actually get the good one. Outburst and Tough as Nails, just 1 point into each. You don't need the thorns or anything. It's just about getting the bleed. So everything will always be bleeding. If a little guy with an arrow or a bow shoots you from far away, he's bleeding, right? And then you get all your bleed synergies. It's just 2 points that you just, you know, spend to get that. It's fine. Now you'll notice up here I'm not using pressure point. All right, that's an important thing because that's normally in auto, like, you know, use. I'm using this right now. I just changed my talents a little bit. So damage reduction while berserking. With this build, you're always berserking. So then in here, you know, whatever, 1 point into this. You could do 3 into this. I just took 2 out and like put them into this, honestly. Yeah, and then I had like a point in here for the max life. I put that's where I got 3 points into that from. 9% crit chance against immobilized, stunned, or slowed enemies. So that's like everything except bosses, I guess. And then dealing damage with a, this is why I don't have that other vulnerable thing, is dealing damage with a weapon mastery skill causes your next core skill to make enemies vulnerable. It just does it. So you use weapon mastery, and then now this always makes them vulnerable. So you don't even have to do like lucky hit, 30% chance, like nah, you just do it. It's just, they're always vulnerable. I had 3 points into hamstring, I took 2 out because I'm using Steel Grasp, and with this, obviously, here it says Steel Grasp's gonna slow them for 3 seconds. So, you know, it's a bigger slow, So I figured I don't really need to invest too many points into hamstring, but having 1 into this is good because similar to the thing with the archers and shit, they hit you from far away, they're slowed now. And now you gain, you know, whatever synergies, you know, with that, like damage to slow, damage to crowd controlled. Death blow. At first I was using this gain 20 fury, and you should use this. I'm currently using this thing where I gain berserking because I have this ring right here, which restores a bunch of primary resource when I crowd control. So that I didn't have that originally, and I got that, and it was like so good that I was able to switch off of this. But until you get that ring or some other way of gaining fury, you want to use this just to gain fury. But then once you can switch, it's so much better, you know, gaining berserking. And then down here, same thing, gain berserking with the steel grasp instead of the extra charge. Then fortify, you know, gain, you know, increase damage. That thing, whatever, and then, you know, Wrath of the Berserker, Wallop, so that's 15% damage basically at all times, and here's a chance to stun, which is nice, and then you've got Unbridled Rage, which is just increasing the damage of Hammer of the Ancients, basically, and that's pretty much that, right? That's like the main stuff. This thing, the Expertise, because I'm making things vulnerable constantly. Because whenever I use Steel Grasp, they're vulnerable, and then when I use Hammer of the Ancients, they're vulnerable, right? You know, I'm just like, boom, 15% damage. I'm using my mace, primarily, which, does what? Increase crit damage to stunned and vulnerable enemies while berserking, yep. It's also just my best weapon by, like, a large amount. So I also have this unique thing right here, this Death Blow unique thing. It's pretty good. It's just really low item level, so I can't really use it. I lose so much damage that it doesn't make sense. And then the stats on it aren't great, like damage to injured enemies and crit against injured, not great. Overpower damage, I don't even know how to get overpower. Then the physical damage low rolled. So, you know, some things that are really important. This thing, the weapon mastery, having extra charge and getting the stun chance there. The Iron Skin thing, you know, this is really good. Anything that's like, you know, primary resource, like when you're full, you know, whatever, like, because you're going to generate a lot of stuff. Each point fury generated while at maximum fury grants 2085 fortify. This is actually really good for this build. I'm using Penitent Greaves just because I think they're cool. I have this thing right here, just this is a weapon for my Ren build. Berserking, whenever you're berserking, which you're always berserking and you're hitting really hard, you know, you're gonna deal a bunch of bleed. I guess I'll go here. Each point of fury generated while at maximum fury. Same deal with that other thing, right? It's just good for this build. So it's just 30% more damage for the, like, core skill. Distant enemies have a chance to be stunned. Super. You deal 40% increased damage to stunned enemies. Yep. Hammer of the Ancients quakes outwards, dealing a bunch of damage, right? That's really good. I have this on the amulet because I was planning on getting this unique weapon and using this on my mace slot here. I'm not even sure, like, if I would use it or not, but, you know, whatever. So that's why this is on the amulet and not the two-hander. After spending 100 fury, your next weapon mastery skill deals a bunch of damage. Yep, that's good. There's that restoring thing, and then, you know, the Ancient's Oath. So basically, all together, that's, you know, I'll go over, like, some of the stats a little bit more, but, like, let's get into this. How far in are we? 8 minutes in? Like, it's not that bad, I guess. I'm trying to be a little faster so I don't spend so long, you know, just talking about it. But, you know, you pull them in, and you hit them really hard, you know. You pull them in, just whack them, and then they're dead, you know. Oh, look over that. This is pretty good. I have, like, no ranged damage reduction, so I can get one shot by, like, ranged mobs. Alright, just this one guy here, I guess, okay. You kinda give him the old 1-2, you know, you just hit him with the death blow, hit him with Hammer of the Ancients. What's going on? Really need some, what's it called? Mob density, right? to show off this build properly. Okay. Let's This is a really good build for pulling in these aura guys. You know, just take them, pull them right in. Now they're not an issue. They're not in the back giving auras to like huge elite packs while you're like trying to get to them, right? It's just pull them right over to you, and then you kill them. And you see the range on this chain. It's actually really good. Yeah, I'll kill that, I guess. Why not? Okay, and then... Alright, so let's see how I do against... Whoops. Did not mean to press that. Okay, I got it. Okay, I don't even know how hard I'm hitting, but, you know, they're dying. This is a... What is this? It's a 34 Nightmare Dungeon, by the way. I can do, like, I don't know, 40, something like that. And then I'm using very neutral affixes here, so it's not boosting my damage. I'm not like cheating, you know, this build guide or whatever. It's just 15% more shadow damage, which I don't do, and then, you know, I have nothing that's like mitigating my damage basically or anything like that. Because, you know, why would I, you know, do a build guide if I'm doing that, right? But it's a really fun build. I like this. This is definitely my like build now. Like this is the build I'm gonna be running. Really wish there was more mob density. I mean, it really would be nice. But let's just see if we can. Yeah, you pull these guys over. Holy shit, that was a lot of damage. Then you can see the healing from what's it called is really good. Uh-oh. And the iron skin healing. Oh god, that thing's gonna blow up. Is it gonna be fine? Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So you pull them in, you bash them. It's a really cool build. It's really thematic. I like it. What do we have here? Greed Shrine. Perfect. You just get them, bash them, pop iron skin, get unstaffable, get a little shield if you, are pulling in like 100 mobs like that. Oops. Oh. My, oh, I didn't go over my glyphs. Right. In the, what's it called? Paragon tree. There's, I have a bleed build, basically, Paragon tree. So it's for bleed build. It's for rend. I just kind of, you know, built off of it. What am I looking for? This is the main thing that's really good. Hitting with a weapon mastery skill reduces the active cooldown of another random weapon mastery skill. So that should be like the first thing you go for if you're doing this build. Really good glyph. And it basically, you'll see it, if you look at the cooldowns on my abilities here. Where am I going? Okay. You'll see like the death blow and like the chains just like come off cooldown like... I was gonna try to show it, but then it just came off on its own. There's another thing that I was using that I should probably use again, and it was this one. Killing a bleeding enemy has a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of non-ultimate active cooldowns. So everything's bleeding. Every enemy you're killing is bleeding. So, I don't know, I should probably use that. I'll pop it into my next thing, maybe, I don't know. Alright, so... let's see about, see what we're dealing with here. Pull them over here. Yeah, pull them over. Pull them over. Grab them. Oops, okay. Sometimes if your death blow is on cooldown, you might just kind of stand there awkwardly because you're trying to use death blow. Hold on, who's this guy in here? Oh, okay, just don't kill him. Ah, oh! Okay, and look how quickly I gain fury. Did you see that? Like, go back. Rewind. You'll see I went from like 0 fury to like full fury. That's, whoa. That's the ring that I have. That's that, like, fury when you crowd control, or I guess it just says primary resource. Youch. And, I'm always fortified, like, as you can see, I'm, like, max fortify constantly. That's just from the legs. Because you generate so much fury, it's super great. This build's really good. And let me just mention something about this. I don't know how rare this is, this like specific legendary, but like you don't need this to do the build. I was doing it without it forever, and then, you know, I got it. It's just better when you do get it. Because it just worked really well. So, you don't need all the exact things. The main thing you'd want is the... Like, the main thing you need is the additional charge to weapon mastery skills. Oop. That's the main thing that's, like, required. And then everything else is just damage on your gear, or mitigation, depends what you need. It's up to you. There are probably some things, like, I stand still a lot, so, like, you could get that, like, while standing still, you deal 30% more damage or whatever. Just pull them in. Pull them in. Just kill them. Pull them over here. Kill them. Who's that? Oh. Got him. Okay, so... Oh, my inventory's full. Fantastic. Let me just drop low item level weapons. It's the easiest thing to... Oh, that one was kind of good, actually. It's the easiest way to get rid of items. And... let's pull these guys and whack them. Okay, just didn't work for some reason. Man. You should never just use Death Blow on its own. You should always, like, chain them first. I'm noticing that. It's like when I don't have vulnerable on them, I just, like, don't kill them. As you can see, works really well. It's really good build. Ouch. Okay, let me just pop that.
I must wait.
Let's grab these guys. What's that? Oh, a chest. Fantastic. There's a whole area down there. This is really inconvenient. What do we have here? Like a million guys. Grab them. Use the thing. Press that, and they're dead. You know, just that easy. Let's avoid these. Perfect. So Iron Skin's really great, actually. Like, you can just use it like that, boom, heal. I don't really use my health pots that much. Like, I really don't. I use it mainly if it's actually, like, a completely, like, messed up, like, situation with, like, packs, you know? But generally, yeah, you just pop Iron Skin, and then you're good to go. Like, I might use it here, and I won. It's kind of funny in both my, because I've done this video, I did this video yesterday and I'm just re-recording it now. The dungeon I did that time, like, also didn't have a boss. This build does struggle on bosses, you know, 100%. That's gonna be the weak point is bosses. It's because you're generally not gonna be one-shotting bosses with Death Blow, so it's gonna be on cooldown, so you lose a little momentum, and then I don't think I used bash a single time. Okay, apparently I did it like a few times. Not intentionally, honestly, it's just because it's left click, right? But, you'll be using bash or whatever your generators on bosses because, yeah, you'll actually need to be generating fury. And it gets a little annoying doing bosses. It's not that bad. It's not like, oh, you can't. It just takes a little bit, and you'll chunk them down like 200k and stuff, right, when you're hitting them. But, like, it's slower, right, on bosses, so... Okay, what do I go for here, actually? I think I was going for that, maybe? There we go. So, to look at the build again... let's look at just the stats on these items now, just to see what you're kind of going for, right? Because I kind of breezed through it just to get it done faster. Is there something over there? Oh, it's just those traps. So, look at that helmet, really nice. So you're gonna want to get 4 ranks of Death Blow and 4 ranks of Steel Grasp. That's really good. That's, yeah, I think +4 is the highest that it can be. I'm not even sure Let me know if you can get +5 or +6. I don't know. But yeah, that was a really good item. I don't know how it happened because this was a +2/+2, and then I upgraded it, not even maxing it. It's a +4, like out of 5, 4 out of 5 rank. Or I don't know, it's so confusing how I'm saying this, but somehow it jumped from +2/+2 to +4/+4. So hey, and then you got this thing, Iron Skin, grants unstoppable, that's really great, and then, you know, it just happens to have Iron Skin on it too. Damage reduction, well, fortified, you're always fortified. Damage reduction from close, of course, they're always gonna be close, you're pulling them in even. So you're also not gonna die as much to those, like, ranged mobs that just one-shot you, you know, like those, like, ghost archers that do the little rectangle on the ground that just kills you instantly. You'll just pull them in. You pull them over to you. And now that they're not doing that now, you know. Pretty good. Look at these braces right here. Crit chance, some dex, attack speed, +4 ranks of Hammer of the Ancients. That's, you know, what you're gonna want there. And then, you know, here's the funny thing. Check out these braces. You know, I have these in my inventory just ready to go. I'm just waiting for, I just need to know exactly what affixes I want to use and on exactly what pieces, because that's like a really good bracer. Right, so... yeah. Like, yeah, those braces right there are pretty amazing. I don't know if it can get better than those, actually. I'm not sure. Look at that ring. Penitent Greaves. It's not necessary to use this, and it might be better to use a legendary affix, honestly. I'm just lazy, and I haven't changed my boots since level 56 when I got these. Because they're good, they're fun, it's cool, like look, I got a little frost thing, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think that would synergize with this ring. Restoring, you know, primary resource when I crowd control an enemy, like, that's doing chill, which is a crowd control, so, in theory, I'm crowd controlling them, I don't know. And that's another thing too, with like the, like having this like 1 point here, 1 point there, 1 point there is, you know, now ranged guys are giving me resource, you know, if they hit me. This weapon here is not ideal. Overpower damage, I don't really overpower. I don't know how overpower works. Somebody let me know how overpower works. I don't know how it works. I have no idea. It makes no sense. It's... where is it? It's like... overpower chance. Like, I don't know what this... I don't know. So... the weapon here, you can use whatever you want. I think this berserk bleeding thing is really good because you're always going to be berserking, and you're going to be hitting really hard. Like, I've hit like 1.3, 1 point something million, you know, damage. So, like, you know, now take 54% of that damage and apply it as a bleed, right? Like, yeah, it's really good. This thing, this is a really good affix to use. It's just 30% damage. You probably get that quickly because you generate so much. And, yeah. Then this thing's nice. No, I don't know if this is necessary, the stun thing. You can really change a lot of these things. I would recommend using this thing, right? The Weapon Mastery dealing 100% more damage. You probably get a better roll than I have there, right? Yeah. Like, overall, it's just use stuff, right? Like, I got 3 Weapon Mastery skills there. I'd say you'd want +3 weapon mastery skills, and then ideally for passives, like one of these, like, you know, one of the ones you use, you know, yeah, yeah, so, that's pretty much it, you know, I mean, this, let me see actually what's down here, maybe there's like a bonus mob I can kill here, fantastic. Alright, so, that's pretty much it. It works really well, it feels really good to play. It's non-meta, it's using 4 non-meta skills. No shouts, alright, so if you know, and it even has Hammer of the Ancients in it, which is nice. But like a Hammer of the Ancients build would be just like shout, 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 Hammer of the Ancients, right? That's boring. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. I'll never make a build like that. I'll never make a stupid, shitty meta build like that. It's stupid. Wow. Man, would be good for my like my exploding feet build. Okay, leap and kick +3/+3, huh? Huh. Well, yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll make a exploding feet build again. I tried. I don't know. It wasn't working very well. I think I was missing some stuff. Like mitigation is what I was missing. But this current build I have here is so good. Like I can't imagine doing anything but this right now. Nice. That's a max roll there. Okay, get rid of that. That's pretty much it. We're just hanging out now, I guess. Damage reduction for each nearby enemy. You know, that could be good, right? As an item. Just like damage reduction. Like you kind of just have to use what you have to use, right? Like if you have enough damage and you need damage reduction, then swap something out for a damage reduction thing. But like, you know, these are the stats I have. I've got like 5.3k health, you know, and I'm fortifying for that much. My rings aren't even upgraded all the way. They're not even that good. There's the outfit. You know, it's a pretty good outfit, I'd say. So, there it is. How long is that? That's pretty good. Hopefully you like it. It's a really fun build. Did I use Wrath of the Berserker once? I didn't. Wow. I mean, that dungeon was just so easy. But I do have Wrath of the Berserker. I have that. Well, you know, if we use it, you do more damage, you know, so that's how that works. And it's an unstoppable source, so yeah. Yeah, wow, that's funny, actually. There you go. So pull him with the chains, hit him with the death blow, or the hammer of the ancients. I like to go steel grasp, death blow, and then hammer. It feels good. This unique might be usable, but might not be. If you can make overpower work in this build, I don't know how it works. I don't know how to get overpower chance. I don't know. If you can, though, that would be really good. Right. Oh yeah, and there are some other things you can use, too, that I have in my inventory right here that I can show. Like I said before, the damage while standing still can be really good. And then dealing, you know, 25% increased damage while you have a barrier can be good. So keep that in mind. You can use whatever you want to use, whatever you can to maximize the damage and mitigation. But you know, give it a shot. You know, try this out. You'll love it. You want if you get that unique X, if you get this thing Ancient Oath, give this a shot. It's fun.